Finally, it's the end of the school year. You have a few months of doing whatever you want to do now before school starts again. What do you do? I used to always suck at answering this question. Some years, it felt like I didn't work hard enough. Some years, it felt like I worked too hard. It was only really in the last few years of high school that I really figured out the right balance. So, let's go over what I would do in the summer. Okay, so I want to add a disclaimer that this isn't at all a hard and fast rule. Everyone has different schedules, activities, and holiday plans and whatnot to accommodate for. Don't feel as if you need to, alter your family plans, not meet up with friends because of this, just to have the perfect, most productive, summer. With that in mind though, my number one rule for summer is actually really, really simple. Keep one half of summer for purely relaxing and having fun. That's phase one. No guilt, no, I should be really studying now, or my friends are getting ahead of me. None of that. What you should be saying is, alright, I'm going to let myself switch off now. I'm going to watch TV, play games, touch grass, do whatever, go out with friends, go to Japan, blah blah blah. That's the time where you don't have to think a single bit about, alright, I have work due sometime, I have to do this some other time. No. You're allowed to enjoy anything during this time, without constantly thinking about school or something else in the background. For me, in Australia, it's quite nice, The summer holidays are naturally sort of split in two anyways. You've got the time before the New Year's, which is like peak hours, You've got Christmas, family gatherings, everyone's just coming off school, so everyone's celebrating and stuff. Random road trips, that's all fun and games. That's phase one in my head. I'm not trying to be productive here. I'm not trying to, pretend to grind past papers, look 10 years ahead on my study calendar and blah blah blah. This is just, alright, year's over, brain's off, let's relax, let's do whatever. I literally thought about it as before January 1st, I'm just like a little goblin, just doing whatever now. And obviously your calendar might look a little different, but you can totally steal that idea. Just pick a rough halfway point in between, the first half of your holidays until the second half and say, okay, up until this date, I'm in full holiday mode. After that, I'll start thinking about next year or the next school year. The reason this helps so much is because your brain goes like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get my life together, just not right now. And that makes it so much easier to actually relax now, which you really do deserve, instead of just pretending to relax while looking panicking about other stuff, other holiday homework and stuff like that. But okay, so you've had your first half, you've had that fun half of holidays, you've slept, you've touched grass, you've eaten, or you've probably forgotten what day of the week it is every day. It's just fun. That's perfect. Now, at some point, you hit the halfway point, and what happens is the vibe has to change. You wake up and you're like, okay, I can't live like this forever. Phase 2 is gonna kick in. And just to be clear, phase 2 is not at all, okay, no more fun now. It's just time to grind. Hard switch. You're definitely allowed to go out, see friends, go on trips, do whatever. The only difference now is that in the background, you start doing the tiny things that make life easier for the next school year. You got phase 2, sort of like, I'm still on holidays, but I'm quietly getting my shit together. The reason this phase is so important is because most of the stress around school isn't really the work itself. It's that feeling of walking into week 1, without a plan, having no idea what's coming up. It's the unexpectedness, the unpreparedness that gives you stress. And then trying to fix all of that whilst the homework is piling up, that's a double whammy. Phase 2 is basically you saying, okay, I'm going to sort out the mess of preparation right now so that when the time for school comes, I'm not drowning in all this mess. So in phase 2, we're going to start doing a few things in two main areas. Academics. We're going to be doing some light revision, possibly going over some weak topics, maybe setting up notes or an exam plan so you're not starting from zero. Number 2, systems and habits. It's tiny routines that will make term time less chaotic. For example, sleep. Get your sleep sorted out for at least 2 weeks before school starts. You don't want to be rocking up into school week 1 only on 1 hour of sleep. New teachers, new classes. That's a recipe for disaster. Planning, calendar, stuff like that, time management. Figure out, what makes you tick. If it's something from last year, keep using it. If last year's plans and stuff didn't work, try out something new. None of this needs to be extreme. You don't have to spend, 10 hours study marathons doing holiday homework or revision or pretend to work on being productive for like 2 to 3 hours. None of that. 1.5 hours a day at most, and you'll be fine. So, for example, what I'll do starting from January is spend an hour or 2 each day just learning about the first few weeks of content for my subjects. I know that might sound like a lot, but think about it. January, there's 4 weeks times 7 days times 1 to 2 hours a day. That's a lot of hours that you can put in to doing a bit of work, a bit of revision. It's such a good hack to getting a good start at school. Another thing I'll do is just set up all my laptop folders, my subject folders, like the physical ones. Also set up like a timeline of all the SACs and exams that I sort of expect to come along the year. Maybe have a little bit of a read on what I should expect for the subject this year. Doing this early, right, really helps you grasp the next year. Instead of feeling nervous about the next year, you feel like you own what you learn, and that really helps out future you. And this is really where that 50-50 summer comes together. First half, you protect your rest and have fun on purpose. The second half, you protect the future you on purpose. You're not aiming for a superhuman routine, right? No one can go from constant fun and games, switch to constant studying for a day, switch back to constant fun and games. No, we're trying to achieve a balance which helps you smoothly transition between one year to another, whilst maintaining that you have fun over the holidays, because that's what holidays are all about. They're meant to be a break. They're not meant for you to start up again. We're just trying to avoid that horrible feeling, right? One night out before school, just thinking, oh shit, I haven't done any of the holiday homework revision. I'm already behind, even though the school hasn't even started yet. Like, we just don't want that to happen. So yeah, hope that reassures anyone with what you should be doing over the summer. This really applies to any age, like uni student all the way down to like year 1 to year 2 students. But please, come back here if you're feeling guilty about overworking or not working hard enough. You can't really beat this 50-50 split of hard play and hard work. If you're new here, I would check out one of my vlogs up here, because life really isn't just about studying, it's about studying and having fun. In any case, have a good one. See ya.